Howdy, Knife Tube. So, we're finally back with the large Talwar replacement. And I'll start off by saying I'm very happy. But, of course, there has to be one issue, right? Of course there has to be. So, before I before I hopped on to make this video here, I'm just sitting on the couch and lo and behold, the Talwar video suggested, made a month ago, same time frame as I posted mine. And so he had the XL though, the bigger version. And the thing with his was that when you would shake it, the pin is loose, like quite loose. It's loud, you can hear it quite a bit. And so I get to looking at mine. Didn't notice that mine doesn't do it when it's closed. And it doesn't, luckily it happened the first time there. It doesn't do it every time. It could open like 6, 8 times and it won't do it. But first time it did right there. You guys can hear that. There's a rattling in there. My other one had one too, had a rattling. But that one was such a mess that that was the least of my concerns when it had, lock up and lock stick. But, so long story short, I think here, what I want to say to people is if you get a cold steel knife and there's something, it's not up to par, something's bothering you about it, even if it's going to cost, depending who you're working with or purchasing from, it might cost you money to send it back and get a replacement, but I think it's worth it because and you may get the exact same experience. Don't take, it's not to guarantee that it's going to fix the issue, but it did for me this time and you know, at this point now I can enjoy the knife. So I would suggest because in the video I seen that what he did, his fix was to put like a piece of rubber or something. And it's just you shouldn't have to do that stuff, right? So I don't really give a shit who wants to argue with me about GSM taking over cold steel and messing it up. But because we can argue all day, but these are the facts, And like I'm a cold steel guy too. I want these knives to work out. I'm not here to, you know, put the limelight on the bad things. I like to talk about good things too, but sometimes they're not. There's nothing good to talk about. So, but here today we have a different story. So, um, my first impressions on this knife were, I was in awe by the looks, and especially this handle. I knew that I got a big thing for ergonomic handles, and this one, you don't see many like it at all. So I was stoked to get it, and now I'm really happy that it's going to be in my pocket for a while. So we'll give a quick overview. We got the G10 scales in black. It's the only version you can get. Triad lock, of course. S35VN blade and the thumb plate quick deploy. Me personally, absolutely love that feature. Um, for me, so I really like that. This seems like a kind of an awkward, because look, it's different than other knives because of this big curve where your tip's going to be. But as long as you place whatever item you're cutting in the right position, it's pretty easy to work with. And I really like having that much belly because it depends on your cutting style. But me personally, I'm not a big dragger. I don't I don't like to drag my edge through things, at least if I don't have to. I do a lot because you can work an edge softer through things and get the same result, right? So this edge has been awesome in the kitchen. EDC. I haven't taken this to work. I don't really think I'm going to because I like it too much. I've actually been using a Spyderco Bird lately. That's why I haven't posted much lately. I've been working and stuff, but I'll talk about that soon too because great knife, guys, great knife. But anyways, yeah, the ergonomics on this and the S35VN, you're getting. If you don't, if some people aren't into spending that much on knives, I get it because they all kind of do the same thing. but it ain't the same thing. So this is me personally, S35 is my favorite, unless we're talking Magnica, but that's another story. But yeah, this is a very well-rounded knife, and I'll say that in the sense that, look at it, it's a combat knife too, right? And the quick deploy is, like I said before, one of my favorite features. You don't even got to worry about anything. You just grab the handle, pull it out your pocket, and you're ready to go. So, and as well, I really like that they put, I mean, I think most of them do have them, but I really like that this one does have a lanyard hole. And I'm not a big lanyard guy, but I feel like because it is it's not deep carry because you still, you still got that much out. But having that little bit of, you could even be a small one. It'll just add a little something to pull on, like right there. So I think I might add, like right there, you can see. So I might add a little lanyard there for myself, which, like I just said, I'm not usually a lanyard guy. I don't normally do that, but here I think it would actually be quite useful. So we'll get into the lock finally. I'm super happy. Like when I open this, as I said before, I've done returns and just had the same results. So I didn't get excited about it. I was like, whatever, it's probably gonna be shit, but it wasn't, and I'm really happy about it. So if you guys don't know this yet, this is pretty much basic physics, but when you push from the back of the triad lock, you're getting a lot more leverage, and see, there was nothing that happened there. You go from the front, and that issue, I think when you push here, it's getting ever so slightly more clearance because the lockup is kind of on an angle like this. So if you've opened these up before, you'll probably get the gist of what I'm saying. But it speaks for itself. Push from the back, completely clear. And that's where I like to, just, I don't want to be, I don't want to egg anybody on, but I understand that these aren't fidget knives, but there is no excuse to not have a smooth interface on your lock system. There just is no excuse. That's called lock stick, and it's annoying, and it doesn't always clear up when there's just too much material there. I don't like, but yeah, so but this time, they got it right. And all I can say is I know I'll be carrying this one for a while. Probably quite easy to sharpen too. I mean, the tip is going to require quite a lift. Actually, it won't be the easiest. Yeah, it's going to require quite a lift on the elbow with the curve, but that's why you get fixed angle sharpeners and stuff, right? So, yeah, guys, I would highly suggest this knife. You've seen it here, so the only issue is you just might have to return it or something, and that's okay. If in the end you're happy. So my battery just went. I don't know if you hear what I said, but you just might have to return the knife, and that's okay if you're happy in the end, because I'd rather have gone through this, the time it took, waiting, all that, to actually, and if you give a shit about knives, but to have this knife in my pocket now, I'm pretty happy. So I'm glad Cold Steel pulled through for me, and I hope they do the same for you guys. So like and subscribe, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks, guys.